In this video, I'm going to share my story about the dismissal and what led to it, how my mental health was affected, and what happened leading up to everything. How and why I've now had a hearing yesterday at the Work Cover Commission, and when I've now got to file a application with the Federal Circuit Court, a general protections adverse action claim. And I just wanted to get on here just to talk about it because I've been sharing my story on my sober journey and now I'm sharing everything. But this is really a critical thing to talk about because employees who do suffer harm at the workplace feel like they're gagged really and they can't talk about anything. And it affects your mental health. We spend so much of our lives at work. Employers have a legal duty of care to provide a safe, fair, and psychologically healthy environment. No one should ever feel targeted, punished, or labelled simply by speaking up or exercising their workplace rights. That's exactly what they are. They're fair work laws that are designed to protect us from, issues at the workplace. So in my case, the moment I raised concerns about bullying, workload, impact it was having to my mental health, everything changed. Instead of support, I faced hostility. Instead of adjustments, I faced pressure, and eventually I was dismissed very, very shortly after, while I was injured and on medical certificates and psychological injury. So I attended the conciliation hearing yesterday, ready to negotiate a fair and reasonable outcome, but they were not willing to negotiate reasonably. Because of that, the matter couldn't be resolved, and I'm now having to file an application with the Federal Circuit Court. It's a huge step and something no worker should be forced into simply because their employer refuses to engage in a fair process. This experience has shown me how quickly a toxic workplace can destroy your mental health, your stability, and everything you've worked so hard for. And too often, the person who speaks up becomes the one who gets labelled, not just from their workplace, but from majority of people. It's the culture that we've got. The person who's injured, harmed, is the one that's got an issue, the one that's labelled, not the employer. So I'm trying to change that and make it, okay to talk about these things and not to label the person talking about them as the problem. I'm sharing my story because no one should go through this alone. If you're experiencing something similar, please know you're not imagining it, you're not overreacting, and you're not the problem. Thank you all for watching and supporting my journey. I'll continue to share updates as we go along and what I'm allowed to share also. But I just wanted to speak about it because I have been speaking about my life. So if anyone's going through it, reach out and let me know. But yeah, thanks all. Have a good night.